Hao. My name is Garrick, and welcome back to Taiwan, Lao Wai. Oh, I'm tired this morning. Yeesh. It's almost like going on vacation is more exhausting than regular work or something. Anyways, it is officially the start of our third day at Sun Moon Lake. We are still in Ita Thao District. We have one full day to spend in this general area before tomorrow, where we start biking up the lake. And here's our prerequisite shot of the lake itself, because it's still freaking gorgeous. The reason I'm so tired is because it's like 8:10 right now or so, and I usually don't get up this early, but I wanted to have most of the day still intact so I could guarantee I had time for everything I wanted to do. The shopping district itself seems pretty closed down at the moment. Guess they're more of a lunch and dinner sort of place than a breakfast place. But we're gonna wander, we're gonna find something like breakfast. Once we got a bit of sustenance in us, we can have our day begin in proper. Those are not all entirely words. I don't care. We're gonna make it through this. See you in a bit. It is pretty crowded in here. It took like 10 minutes for a table to open up for me. There are very few breakfast restaurants open right now, so I guess most of them are probably as packed as this one. Still, probably a good sign that it's worth coming to. Fingers crossed. Alright, keeping things simple so we don't ruin our appetite at breakfast. We got some milk tea and some fried noodles, chow mein. Looks like there's a bit of braised pork mixed in here. Probably the same kind they use for the braised pork rice. Very tidy little operation they run here, I must say. I'm getting very mentioned. Solid bowl of noodles. Not spectacular, but it gets the job done. There's a very strong garlic flavor, which is unusual for breakfast in my opinion, but it works. For what it's worth, noodles were 50 NTD, the milk was 20 NTD, so this is 70 NTD so far. Considering we're just trying to wake our stomach up a little, that's not too bad. Right, I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast here, and then we will get on with the rest of our day. Right, that'll keep body and soul together, I think. So I am nervous because the forecast is calling for rain later today, and that would very much throw a damper in some of our plans. We're gonna cross our fingers and hope the weather holds out, as it has been doing for a lot of our trips lately. Alright folks, you ready for this? Welcome to Sun Moon Lake's cable car station. That's right, right on the outskirts of Ita Thao proper, there is a gondola, or a ski lift, or a cable car, whatever you want to call it, that will take you over the mountains. Personally, I love this. I think it is a great idea. I wish every mountain had this option. But this cable car has a very specific purpose. It is going to take us to the Formosan Aboriginal Cultural Village. You may recall me mentioning in a past video that Ita Thao is very much in touch with the Aboriginal people of Taiwan. It's very much part of their culture and their community. And just over the mountains, they have a theme park celebrating that. You may recall the last time I tried to go to a theme park on one of these trips, I went super late and ended up missing most of the things, so we're not making that mistake again. The line's already building, that's a good sign. According to the sign, it opens at 9:30. I think we're gonna have ourselves a grand old time here. See you on the skyplane. Alright, interesting. I think I might have sneaked my way into a cheaper ticket than I meant to. Sign said the combined ticket for the cable car and the theme park was 990 NTD for adults. but I only paid $830. I wonder if they thought I was a university student studying abroad and decided to give me the student discount or something. I don't know. Either way, the tickets for an adult, usually $990 NTD. I got away with a little extra this time. Also, in terms of timing, the ticket office opens at 9:30, but the railway itself does not start boarding until 10. So, time yourself accordingly. That said, we're gonna go down to the first floor and get in line, and I will see you at the village. And just like that, we are here. That was a very short ride. It took about 5 minutes total, and it crossed a ridiculous number of mountains, so I'd say that's a plus. That being said, I have no idea what to expect from the park itself, so I don't know, we might be spending more time here than I initially planned. We'll have to see. I'm guessing these buildings here are in the Aboriginal building style with the straw roofs and everything. Not gonna lie, this place is looking bigger than I thought. We'll have to see how we fare. Yeah, okay, this place does look really frickin' big. Oh god. See, in case you can't tell, that's us at the top right there, and then all of this walkway is park to explore. I'm guessing the yellow line is sort of the recommended walking path you're meant to take. So we're just gonna walk. That's what we're gonna do. We are going to walk. Ooh, interesting. Looks like we got a skyline right here that probably takes you over the park itself into different destinations. But since this is my first time here, I want to see the sights myself. So, walking it is. Now, both the park and the cable car back close at 4:30. It's about 10:15 right now, so we've got about 6 hours maximum to explore as much as we want. Whether we use all 6 hours, I don't know, but we'll see where our feet take us. Cheers. Don't know how I feel about that. Like, okay, I don't know the history of Aboriginal people in Taiwan. I don't know what troubles they've dealt with, what oppression they've faced. I don't know, most of that. But if they have experienced something like slavery, which that thing suggests, it's kind of weird to turn that into a tourist attraction, right? Like for people to come and poke their heads in and say, haha, look at me, I'm an enslaved indigenous person. I might be missing something, but That feels weird to me. That feels really weird. Anyways, we're just gonna ignore that. We're gonna throw that under the bus and we're gonna see what else is here. Okay. This park seems like a mix of sorta museum with, you know, sculptures and dioramas about indigenous people with more theme park elements and rides further down the way. It's a very interesting combination, I gotta say. Looks like they're doing some construction over there, probably building new exhibits, so we can't go over there too much. And I'm not gonna show you it on video because I don't know if YouTube will let me, but there is a penis. There is a big old sculpture of a penis right to my right now. Like, I'm not even joking, it's got red sashes on it and everything. This is the weirdest theme park I've ever been to. house. So do all men from the Taiwan tribe live in houses like this? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I could stand that living in such a low-down roof place. I would hate that. But see, now I feel like I'm learning things. Now I feel like I'm actually seeing the real parts of Aboriginal culture. Obviously, there's only so much a theme park will be able to tell me, but it does feel like I'm genuinely getting some insight into the different peoples of Taiwan and how they live. Ooh, map check. Okay, it's been about 40 minutes. We have gotten so little of the way down, oh god. We haven't even gotten out of the museum section yet. Alright, so clearly this is the whole day. We are doing this the whole dang time. I'll give it this, it's an absolutely gorgeous way to spend the day. Like, look at this place. There's something very cool about how this whole park is built into the side of the mountain, so it's just constantly sloping downward. If nothing else, it makes it easy to figure out which way you're going. You can just say, oh, I need to go up or I need to go down, and that'll take you generally in the direction you need to go. Anyways, I'm starting to get peckish, and it looked like there was a restaurant somewhere this way, so we're gonna see if we can find that. Are the Rukai people just all very short? Because some of these houses, I have to like crouch to half of my height to get in through the doorway. Might just be the style, I don't know, but it is a little disconcerting to shrink down that much. And yet, once you actually get inside, they got some of the tallest roofs out of all the tribes. So that's a very interesting dichotomy. I feel like that specific detail is going to nag me for the rest of the day. Probably have to do some research to find out what the deal is with that style of architecture. Alright, I'm going to try not to show you every last nook and cranny of this place. I want to leave some undiscovered, because that way you have an excuse to come here yourself and to see all of the sights that I didn't show you. And also because I am rapidly burning through my camera's battery and do not want to risk that too much. All that said, I think we're gonna have to end this video here. It's definitely running a little long. This park is genuinely incredible so far. I'm really loving my time here. I have no idea how deep into this I'll get. Something tells me I might have to come back another year to explore other parts of this park that I don't have time for today. But we will see how things go, and we will keep our fingers crossed. So once again, thank you for joining me at Taiwan Lao Wai. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And as always, I'll see you next time. 再见. Bye-bye.